How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve. Welcome back. So I've had a lot of fun collecting Criterions this month through the Barnes & Noble sale. This may be my last haul for the year, possibly, but you never know. I could pick up another title. But this is a lot of fun. I have like 5 new titles. I actually have the last one is actually kind of like a bonus. Okay, so these are not going to be ranked. They're numbered 1 through 6. This first one actually got released yesterday, 1999. Spy number 1290. Director Stanley Kubrick. The movie's called Eyes Wide Shut. This one, starring Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, Sidney Pollack. He's from Lafayette, Indiana, so I had to mention him. He passed away years ago, but he's like a director and a writer and an actor. But this one actually, when I saw this movie originally in the theater, I actually didn't like it very much. Not sure what to think. But a lot of his movies are kind of like that. I think from like 2001 on, maybe like The Shining might have had positive reviews at the time, but except for like Stephen King, But a lot of his movies from like 2001 on were not well received the first time they saw them. You had to kind of rewatch the movies to kind of get them. Like they had like sort of like a cult following originally, but this one's a really strange movie. This is actually the international cut. Actually, there actually are like 3 new special features on it that kind of talk about the some new stuff on it. But they do have like one feature from like 2019, I think, where they showed like the U.S. cut of the film where it actually used like CGI to kind of cut up some of the like the sex scenes in the movie. Okay, for a second one here, actually my last video did like a Noirvember video, and I actually took this one out because it's actually one I had not shown yet, a movie I had not shown in any like haul video yet. But this one's from 1957, Spy number 555. Director is Alexander McKendrick. It's called Sweet Smell of Success. So this movie, I really enjoyed it. Starring Burt Lancaster, Tony Curtis. Very strange. It's definitely not the like production code kind of film. I think this one actually was made independently, so I guess they didn't have to kind of follow those guidelines. It was like one of those films. I think Lancaster is actually one of the producers. It's one I think they kind of shopped around to different like studios, and none of the studios wanted to make it because they didn't like the ending. And so, like one of the storylines in it, they didn't care for that, So this one's in black and white. It shows New York during that time period in the late 50s. Okay, so number 3, this one's from 1934, Spy number 643. Director's Alfred Hitchcock. The movie's called The Man Who Knew Too Much. This one I saw the one from the 50s. I watched that one in the, I have the 15 film Hitchcock box set, and I like that one a lot. I think that one had like James Stewart in it. But this one, I enjoy this one too. This one's actually a British film, all British actors. But I enjoyed it a lot too. This one's a little bit different from the other one, but it's very similar as well. Has Leslie Banks, Peter Lorre's in this. He plays a great villain in the film. Edna Best. Okay, so number 4, this one's actually a blind buy for 1974. Spy number 1064. Director's Alan Pakula. It's called The Parallax View. This one's starring Warren Beatty. Very interesting movie. Definitely a 70s film. Kind of dark. This one's sort of like you could call it maybe a neo-noir kind of film. But this one actually, this same director actually did Clute. He actually did another movie called All the President's Men, which I've never seen. I've seen Clute. I actually have the Criterion for that one. But so I really like to see the other one as well. But this one, like I said, this one's really dark, very very violent. It's just like it's great. It looks really good on Blu-ray on this one. Okay, so number 5, I wasn't totally sure I was actually going to buy this one. It's from 1978, Spy number 1264. I haven't seen this movie since I was a kid. I really like the director. Director is Sidney Lumet. The movie's called The Wiz. So this movie, I really didn't like it when I was actually a kid, but I really kind of appreciate the movie much more now. It has Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, Richard Pryor. This one's actually the screenplay is actually from Joel Schumacher, but this one's a kind of a strange kind of film. It resembles The Wizard of Oz. It's actually based on the Broadway musical, so it's like that. But I think I appreciate it so much from what I got from the movie. Basically, it shows like the Twin Towers, Like I said, I really like movies that are based in New York, even though some of this movie was not based in. Some was actually filmed in New York, and some was actually filmed in like studios. But showing the Twin Towers, that was a lot of fun to see. I just really appreciate seeing those in old movies. Also, this is the first time that Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones ever met. They actually worked on like Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad. They worked on We Are the World. You know, so it's pretty significant the fact that they're actually in this film. Michael Jackson was like 19 at the time. Okay, so finally, this is one I've been looking to upgrade for a while. This one's from 2008, Spy Number 476. Director is David Fincher, and it's called The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. So this one, I actually bought this one from eBay. The reason why I wanted to upgrade it is because I've had the other one for a long time. It's actually kind of a bad copy, but really because of the blue case, I've been looking to get it like the slipcover for a while. And I actually had really bad luck trying to get this from eBay. A lot of like sellers would show this with the like the slipcover, but then like I would buy it and then send like the seller a message asking, it does come with the slipcover, right? And the first 2 times, both guys said, no, it doesn't come with one. So finally I saw this one, and they showed photos of it. I think I actually messaged the guy, and actually I didn't message him. I looked at all the photos, and I think it actually said in the description that it had the slipcover. So, and this one's actually a better copy than the one I had before. I watched everything. It's in great shape, great slipcover. Even this part is this is actually part of it here. It's in the signature from Fincher is actually really good on it. So I actually took the other one and sold it. Got a pretty good price on it. I think usually like this movie's actually out of print on the Criterion site, but you can find it pretty much anywhere without the slipcover for like $7 or $8 usually. And this one was actually a really good price. It was like maybe like $11, something like that. And like I said, I got maybe $3 or $4 for the other copy I had. So and it looks really good on the shelf. Basically, it doesn't have that like the blue case sticking out like with all the other Criterions that are clear, have the clear case and everything, or has like the cover over it. Some of the slip boxes, or how they do that. But I was really excited about this. Just I actually I like this movie overall. It's a strange film. Starring Brad Pitt and Kate Blanchett. She'd actually won like an Oscar like maybe like 3 or 4 years earlier in like 2004. And Brad Pitt won one later on the Tarantino film. Okay, everybody, really appreciate you watching this video. Please let me know in the comments if you actually own any of these films or what you picked up in the sale. I've had some really great comments from people during the recommendation sale, videos, and it's been a lot of fun just people kind of sharing with me what they picked up, because it's a lot of stuff I have. Some films I don't already own. They might be on like my wish list. And maybe through recommendations, I may actually pick up those films, maybe in the basically in like the flash sale that happens in February, or maybe next July during the next Barnes & Noble sale, or maybe even before this sale's over. Who knows? It runs through December 7th.